Hi, hello, my name is Gomer Joseph. I hope you've all been having a great day so far. Welcome back to another True Crime Tuesdays video. If you are new, I welcome you. Before I discuss today's case, I'd like to mention another YouTuber who goes by Real Chill Graz. Now, Graz, he was kind enough to actually invite me on his channel to actually speak on certain true crime cases and other stuff that I do. So I will actually be leaving that link in the description box as well. And once again, it was a really great conversation, a very productive conversation, and I had a lot of fun. And I'm pretty sure if you guys have the time to watch the video, I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy the video as well. And not only that, I would like to mention my Christian suspense book series titled Never As It Seems. The first book in the series is available on Amazon, and you can read it on any device on the Kindle app for free. Not only that, but I do have another book series titled the Juliet Clark book series, which is about a Haitian American teen sleuth who happens to be a true crime YouTuber. The first book in the series is titled Murderer at Heart, so the links will be in the description box below if you are interested. Today I'll be discussing the mysterious death of Quawan Charles. Now, this is a fairly recent and a bit of a high-profile case. It hasn't been a year since Quawan lost his life, but I don't want this case to be something that's easily forgotten. I even made the mistake of forgetting the manner of his death itself. So that just shows how important it is to remember these victims and to spread awareness about them. Now, I encourage you all to do your own research with this case and not to just look at my videos for all of the information. Here we go. Quawan Charles was born on January 24th, 2005, in, I hope I'm saying this right, New Iberia, Louisiana, to parents Roxanne Nelson and Kenneth Jacko. And Quawan, he belongs to a pretty big family. From what I saw, I know that he has 8 siblings. He also has this large extended family who loved him dearly. Now, Quawan, he was described as a guy who was quiet. Most of the time, he kept to himself. He loved fishing. He loved playing out in the outdoors with his four-wheelers. He was a kid who loved playing with his dog. And just overall, Quawan was a loving boy. On October 30th, 2020, Quawan is 15 years old at this point. So while Quawan's father, Kenneth, was at the store, he left home with a 17-year-old guy he knew from school named Gavin Irvin, and Gavin was with his mom, Janet Irvin. Now, I'm not a parent, but Janet is. As a parent, how can you take someone from their house without speaking to the other child's parents, or at least being 100% sure that the other child's parents are okay with their kid going with you? Like, if that makes sense. Like, I just can't, just fathom a parent, a responsible parent, just picking up a child while the other child's parents has no idea about it. The thing is, Quawan recently moved to a new town and school in Louisiana. So Quawan's family never knew the Irvins, and he left home without his parents' permission. So when Quawan's parents arrived back home, they noticed that the dog who Quawan adored was left alone. So it was strange for the parents to see the dog alone. So they reported Quawan missing to the police. Now, days after looking for Quawan, the family found out about the Irvins. After finding out about the Irvins, Quawan's family, with the police by their side, confronted the Irvins at their house and asked about Quawan's whereabouts. So the Irvins claimed that he left their house the same day that that Quawan was officially missing. What bothers me and what is pretty sketchy is that the local police didn't even notify state police to make some Amber Alert for Quawan while he's been missing for days. Like, the police claimed that they didn't initially think that it was that serious since Quawan wasn't forced to leave, but he was still a 15-year-old boy. Like, he was still missing. He is a missing child who needed to be found because you don't know, you don't know anything. You don't know what could have happened to him, but yet you decided not to put out an Amber Alert. Something as simple as an Amber Alert. That same day, November 3rd, Quawan was sadly discovered without any clothes in a sugarcane field, and his face was pretty disturbing to say the least. His face was disfigured, and eventually an autopsy was done. The results was that Quawan died from drowning, and the family was devastated by Quawan's death. Once again, his face was disfigured, and those who ran the autopsy believed that aquatic animals were responsible for it, but Quawan's family believes that a human being caused that to happen. Not only that, the family says that the water wasn't that deep where he was found. It was known to be like 2 feet deep, so they believed that someone had to have purposely drowned him. Now, I can attest to this. I remember there being quite a bit of media attention shortly after his death, and after this attention, they even got the attention of certain celebrities. After this attention, the family was, I don't know if I'm not sure if they had a GoFundMe or not, but I just know that the family was able to have hired a private investigator. Now, this private investigator, he decided to interview Janet Irvin, who claimed that Quawan and her son Gavin smoked weed and claimed that he wanted to kill himself before leaving her house, but decided not to report it. Like, I don't know what's with Janet. Like, first thing, you take a child out of his house without his parents' permissions. Second of all, like, why is your 17-year-old smoking weed with a 15-year-old? Like, Janet is not giving me responsible parent vibes at all. Like, and now, you hear this, you claim to have heard this boy say, I want to kill myself, and it just didn't click with you saying, I should go ahead and talk with him, say that his life is worth it, tell him that, killing yourself is not the answer, but instead, she just decides, in her side of the story, she decides to let this boy go while he's high and possibly suicidal. I have never in my life smoked weed or any form of drug, and I definitely plan not to do any of that stuff, but I've never known weed or marijuana to be that specific drug to drive someone to go crazy like that, like Janet is describing. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, because, I honestly know. Like, again, I have never smoked weed, and again, I do not want to. And of course, I've known people who have smoked weed, but I never really cared to ask them how it makes them feel. Like, listen, if you guys know more about marijuana or, how it affects the brain, leave that in the comment section, because I can't keep staying on this topic. Now, the family was able to do their own autopsy, and this autopsy confirmed that there was a drowning, but they wanted to know exactly how Quawan ended up drowning in that sugarcane field in the first place. Now, let's go ahead and skip over 2 months later. So on February 9th, 2021, Janet Irvin was arrested and charged for failing to report Quawan missing and being responsible for him going missing in the first place. Even with this arrest and charge, Quawan's family are still looking for answers, and I pray that they get the answers that they're searching for. It's a tragedy that Quawan lost his life so early, and it's always tough discussing cases where children are involved. Now, I pray that God will be with Quawan's family, and I do pray that they would seek God in all of this. I thank you all for taking the time in your day to watch this video. If you did like this video, please feel free to hit the like button. If you have any thoughts on this case, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. If you'd like to see more videos from me, please feel free to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about the next video. If there's a certain true crime case that you'd like me to cover, go ahead and let me know. I will see you all for next True Crime Tuesdays, and I will talk to y'all later.